Hi, everybody. This is John Henry with Youth with a Mission in Ocean City, New Jersey. Again, YWAM Converge. Converge is a program for students to find missional internships where they can complete a personalized missions project. It's the best way to discover your purpose. During these 30 days, I'm doing 30 thoughts, and today's thought is perseverance. We've been in this quarantine for quite some time during the coronavirus crisis, and the word perseverance is appropriate. We've been, over the course of the last several days, exploring 2 Peter chapter 1, where it says, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge self-control, and then now self-control, add perseverance. After you have added to your faith virtue, meaning you've by faith entered into real relationship with the living God. You've come to know the person of God. He is the most virtuous person, and he is our standard for what is virtue. And we invite him to be our teacher, and he opens our eyes to be able to see and observe all things pertaining to life and godliness. We can study that which is in a microscope and that which is in a telescope. We can study those things which are very personal and those things which are very public, those things that are very worshipful and those things that are very practical. But we can observe and participate in all those things. We can have concern about many things, and the concern can be very big circle. Question is, how big is your circle of influence? That's the area of self-control. Are you influential in the things that God's already put in your charge, in your sphere of influence? And then from there, are you willing to begin to stretch out into the things that God's showing you? If it's human trafficking, or if it's the arts, or if it's dealing with poverty, or if it's dealing with disease, looking into a microscope to discover that which is going to bring about a vaccine, for example, for this particular virus, the coronavirus, COVID-19. It takes dedication, so you have to say no to a lot of other options in order to say yes to the one that God is directing you to. In so doing, it requires perseverance, because you will have lots of reasons to be distracted from the thing that God's called you to. You have to say no to time out with friends in order to practice to become a concert pianist. You have to persevere when people don't understand you, when people don't understand what your sense of calling, which is often very personal, and it takes gut choices to say yes to God, even when other people don't see it. In fact, the people closest to you may be the ones that are bringing the hardest test. The word perseverance relates to the test, the testing of fire, the fire of God. John the Baptist said that Jesus is coming and he's going to baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. And that fire has a purpose, as Joy Dawson taught us in Youth with a Mission. She said that the fire has two purposes. One is to destroy that which is useless and to make our hearts pliable, to soften our hearts, to be more attentive to God, to listen to his voice, to basically cut out all the distraction and focus on the person of God and what he's directing us to do. And that means letting go of that which is useless in order to say yes to that which God's called you to do. That requires perseverance. It requires focus. It requires putting down the phone or putting down all the other things that can bring you and to cause you to go astray from the thing God's wanting you to do so that you can make a difference. Today's thought is perseverance. Thanks for listening. We'll check in again tomorrow, and that thought will be godliness. You add to perseverance, godliness. Thanks for listening again. Remember, don't touch your face. Keep your hands washed several times a day. Don't sanitize surfaces, doorknobs. Keep a safe social distance. We'll get through this coronavirus together. Thanks again for listening.